निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। अद्यतनपञ्चाङ्गं शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्वेतवराहकल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे कलियुगे प्रथमे पादे अष्टाविंशत्यधिक एकशतोत्तर पञ्चसहस्रतम गतकलियुगाब्दे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे वर्तमानशकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यावहारिके प्रभवादिषष्टिसंवत्सराणां मध्ये श्रीपराभवनाम संवत्सरः दक्षिणायनं ग्रीष्म ऋतुः कर्कटमासः शुक्लपक्षः चतुर्दशी तिथिः भौमवासरः पूर्वाषाढा उपरि उत्तराषाढा नक्षत्रम् Today is Tuesday.
It's okay. Today is
Vishkamba Yogaha.
Garajakaranam.
Today is Tuesday, 28 July 2026. Hiteshcha shriyamapnoti
varadayushyavardhanam nakshatra-dharate papam yogadroganivaranam karanat karya-siddhischa panchanga-phalamuttamam sarvesham shubhamastu. Om. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shrutismriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Veda Vedanta Samrajya Dharma Kamartha Mokshadam Vidyaranyannumah Punyam Yo Vidyaranyamachinat. So, I think you chanted up to Aikya Nirupanam, so Madana Nirupanam will chant. Shri Guru Mukhat Shruta Dvitiya Vastunaha. Okay, chant together. Vedantânuguna yuktibhihi anavaratamanuchintanam bhuyat abharupas After Shravanam consisting of three parts, Tvam Padartha Vichara, Tvam Padartha Nirupanam, Tat Padartha Nirupanam, Aikya Nirupanam. Now we have entered into the topic of Manana Nirupanam. And Mananam means the follow-up deliberation. After listening to the teaching of Vedanta and arriving at the Tatparyam, the final message of the Shastra, that Brahma and Atma are one. I, Atma, am Brahma. This is the message of Shruti. And then my Shravanam is complete. And by Shravanam, technically we say Pramana Samshaya Nivrittihi. The removal of the doubt related to the Pramanam. And related to Pramanam is related to the Tatparyam of Pramanam. So Pramanagata Samshaya Nivrittihi Shravanena. By Shravana, the doubt related to Pramana is removed. Then next one will be Prameya Samshaya. The doubt related to the subject matter revealed by Shruti. And that Prameya Gata Samshaya or Prameya Samshaya is removed by Mananam. And in Mananam what we do? We use logic, reasoning. But reasoning which is in keeping with the vision of Shruti. Reasoning which is meant for helping us to understand what Shruti says. And that Vedanta-anuguna yukti-bihi anavaratam anuchintanam. So deliberately, this deliberation which is following the Shravanam is called Mananam. And regarding what the deliberation? Advitiya Vastu, the non-dual reality. So let there be deliberation on non-dual reality heard from the teacher and the scripture. And two samples were given, that how we use the reasoning for arriving at the teaching of Shastra. For example, Shastra says that Atma is Sarvagataha. How to appreciate Atma is Sarvagataha? By this logic, that anything can become evident only when it is pervaded by knowledge principle called consciousness. Like any visible object can be evident, visible only when pervaded by light. Similarly, everything is pervaded by consciousness, then only it becomes evident. Therefore, in Drigdrishya Viveka, there is a beautiful shloka which says, Asti bhati priyam rupam nama chetyamsha panchakam adyatrayam brahma rupam jagad rupam tatodvayam. Every object, there is existence, this flower is, and bhati, flower is shining and has got some utility. These three are manifestation of Brahma. And nama, it has got the name a flower, a rose. And it has got a particular form attribute called rupa. The nama and rupa are the aspects of Jagat, whereas Asti Bhati Priyam is Brahma. So I, Brahmatma, am present in the form of existence and consciousness everywhere. Nothing is bereft of that. Therefore I am Sarvagataha. I am there as the very content of everything. And therefore nothing is away from me. Everything is pervaded by me. And then Advitiya Atma Nishchaya. Nothing exists apart from me. And for that yukti was given. The yukti is that just as Swapta Prapancha does not exist apart from me, Madrishyaha Swapna Prapancha Madvyatirekena Nasti. That which is experienceable by me, witnessed by me, that Swapta Prapancha does not exist apart from me. Similarly, Jagrat Prapancha also is Madrishya, does not exist apart from me. So, Jagrat Prapanchaha, the Madabhinnaha, Madabhyatiriktaha, Madavyatiriktaha, Why? Mad drishyatvat. Swapna drishyavat, swapna prapanchavat. So this Jagrat Prapancha is Mad avyatirikta, non-separate from me. Why? It is Mad drishya, is a drishya for me. So anything which is drishya, it is not separate from the drashta. Means it does not exist apart from drashta. Alright, and therefore what? I alone am in the form of entire prapancha. Advitiya. I alone am non-dual reality. So up to this we had seen. So with this, Manana topic is over. Now we enter into this Nididhyasana topic, the contemplation. Can you switch on this? Oh, it started? Oh, there is a... Oh, okay. Alright, so we'll enter into the topic of Nididhyasana. Vijatiya dehadi pratyayanantarita Sajatiya Satchidanandatma Pratyaya Pravaha Nirantaram Bhuyat. So here the prayer is done for this contemplation called Nididhyasanam. In Brihadaranyaka, these three vakyas are there. Atma va are vai are shrotabhyaha shravanam. Atma vai are mantabhyaha, the prescription of mananam. Then Atma vai are nididhyasitavyaha, should be contemplated upon. And why contemplation is required? Because after conviction also, that viparita bhavana remains. Viparita bhavana means the impressions of wrong conclusions remain. Like after removing this garlic onion from the basket, still the smell remains. In fact, sometimes we get the smell from apple. Why? Because apple is kept in the same place where garlic onion was there. So we wonder that how the apple is smelling because of that. So similarly, these wrong conclusions themselves are gone, but wrong conclusions, impressions, the impressions of the wrong conclusions continue. And to remove them, reduce them, Nididhyasanam is there. And Nididhyasanam helps us to integrate this, assimilate the understanding which we are convinced of. And that Nididhyasanam is prayed for. So here main sentence is Satchidanandatma Pratyaya Pravaha Nirantaram Bhuyat. Nirantaram Bhuyat means let it be continuously. What? Pravaha, the flow. Flow of what? Pratyaya, thoughts. What type of thoughts? Sajatiya, similar thoughts. Similar thoughts regarding what? Satchidananda Atma. A flow of similar thoughts regarding Atma, the self, which is Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness, fullness. Means what? Let there be continuous thought. I am Satchidananda Atma. I am Satchidananda Brahma. So continuous flow of thoughts in this manner, I am Satchidananda, that is called Nididhyasanam. And prayer is that let this flow be there continuously. Acha. And one more condition is there for this Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha, for to be Nididhyasanam. It should be Anantarita, not intervened. Antarita means intervened, separated, disrupted. Anantarita means non-disrupted. By what? Vijatiya Pratyaya, dissimilar thoughts, such as Dehadi, such as the thoughts regarding body, etc. So, a flow of similar thoughts not intervened by dissimilar thoughts regarding body, etc. You are meditating and all of a sudden you think, oh, nowadays my weight is increased. So, that is what has happened. Dehadi pratyaya has come. So, nididhyasanam is gone. So, nididhyasanam is a flow of similar thoughts, not intervened by the dissimilar thoughts, such as the thoughts of the body, organs or relatives. So, that is called nididhyasanam. So, this is the definition of nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is entertaining a flow of thoughts centered on Atma, not intervened by dissimilar thoughts such as the thoughts of body, etc. In simple words, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Purnaha, Shivoham. This flow of thoughts continues. It need not be all the time single thoughts. It's not that only Shivoham, Shivoham. You can say Aham Shivaha. You repeat that and afterwards you can say Aham Purnaha, Aham Nitya Muktaha. Even though they are different thoughts, but they are similar thoughts. See, all of you are now can be called similar. You are different. One person is different from the other. You are different but similar. All are similar. What similarity? All of you are now listeners. So, Sajatiya. So, you can have different thought, but all of them are centered on Atma, which is Brahma. And that is what Nididhyasanam is. So, Sajatiya Satchidanandatma Pratyaya Pravaha is Dhyanam. In fact, simple one is Sajatiya Atma Pratyaya Pravaha Dhyanam. Nididhyasanam. So, Nididhyasanam is the continuous flow of thoughts centered on Atma being Brahma. Aham Dukhi, Aham Anishaha, I am helpless. That we will not call Nididhyasanam. That people are that keep doing. So, the thought regarding Atma being Brahma, appreciating one's true nature continuously, that is called here Nididhyasanam. So, prayer is there, let there be Nididhyasanam. And really, three sadhanas are mainly talked about in Brihadaranyaka. And generally, we talk about these three sadhanas only: Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. But sometimes, in some text, like Vedanta Sara, Samadhi also is talked about. And that Samadhi is nowadays very, very appealing. If there are classes for some text, only 20 people come. But we say classes for getting Samadhi, more people will come. Because Samadhi is like a, direct flight. This is like with a flight with so many stops. Shravana stop, Manana stop, Nididhyasana. This is a direct flight. So, Samadhi is very interesting for most of the people. And so, Samadhi also is mentioned in Shastra. Then how do we reconcile that in Brihadaranyaka only three are mentioned? Here also, if you remember, while Jnana Yoga, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana were mentioned. So, how Samadhi comes into the picture? Samadhi is nothing but mature state of Nididhyasanam. So, Nididhyasanam gets matured, then it becomes Samadhi. Even in Yoga Shastra, similar definition is there. Tatra ekatanata dhyanam. So, dhyanam is this having this flow of thoughts regarding the object of meditation. Tatra pratyayikatanata dhyanam. And then Samadhi definition is what? Tadeva. Tadeva artha nirbhasam swarupa shunyam eva samadhi. So, there also a similar idea is there. Tadeva means dhyanam eva. Dhyanam alone, when it becomes mature, it is called Samadhi. So, it is not that two different things. It is not a boy is one thing and a man is different thing. Boy alone becomes a man. Girl alone becomes a lady. So similarly, this dhyanam, this nididhyasanam, alone when it gets mature state, absorption, the state of absorption, it is called samadhi. So for doing samadhi, you have to do what? Nididhyasanam. Your child cannot say, oh, I am 3 years old, tomorrow I should be 25. It's not possible. So from childhood you can go to this manhood. So similarly here, nididhyasanam you start with and samadhi you end up in. You cannot say, let me start with samadhi. You cannot start with samadhi. You start with nididhyasanam and end up in samadhi. All right. So that samadhi is presented in the next paragraph. So samadhi nirupanam, the presentation or description of samadhi. What is samadhi? What is Swamiji? One word in English. One word is not that 2-3 words we have to give. Absorption. The state of absorption is samadhi. Samadhiyate manaha yasmin saha samadhi. And just for your information, samadhi is a masculine word in Sanskrit. हिंदी में वो स्त्रीलिंग हो जाता है. समाधि लग गई बोलते हैं, लग गया नहीं बोलते हैं. समाधि कैसी थी? लग गई. But in Sanskrit it is masculine, samadhi. All right. So now we'll see the prayer related to samadhi, which gives the definition of samadhi as well. Ahamatma sakshi kevalah chinmatra swarupaha na ajnanam napi tatkaryam किंतु नित्य शुद्ध बुद्ध मुक्त सत्य परमानंदाद्वय ब्रह्म एव अहमस्मीति अभेदेन अवस्थानं समाधिः भूयात्. Yes. So here the main sentence is Brahma eva ahamasmi iti abhedena avasthanam samadhihi bhuyat. If you want to make shortest, samadhihi bhuyat. Let there be samadhi for me. And what is samadhi? The state of absorption. What is that? Brahma eva ahamasmi. I am Brahma alone. Iti, in this manner, abhedena avasthanam, remaining without separatedness, remaining without a difference from Brahman, separation from Brahman, is samadhi. So samadhi is avasthanam, remaining abhedena, without separation. And how do you remain without separation? Brahma eva aham asmi iti. Brahma alone I am. I am Brahman alone. I and Brahman are not two separate things. Remaining in this manner, remaining without separation from Brahman, remaining as non-separate from Brahman, is called samadhi. Really speaking, everybody is Brahman alone. Factually speaking, I am Brahman alone. But so far I was looking upon myself to be separate from Brahman. I was thinking that I am a karta, bhokta, etc. I am a parichinna, I am a limited jiva. Brahman is very limitless, Brahman is very big, limitless. I am a small. And that notion is removed by the Jnanam. And now you remain in this understanding, I am Brahman. And when you are entertaining this understanding in Nididhyasanam, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, then what happens? This idea that I am meditating goes away. Distraction goes away, idea I am meditating goes away, I just remain as Brahman. Like, when you are watching some movie, initially you will be aware. Yeah, you are watching movie, there are windows, there are flower vase near this TV. But afterwards, when you get absorbed in the movie, what remains? Only movie situation remains. Even you forget that you are watching movie. You identify with the event. Sometimes people do like this also while watching movie. So because they are into the scene, So that is called absorption. So samadhi is not a really new thing for you. Samadhi everybody has experience. Only thing samadhi in what? That is the question. Otherwise samadhi is there. State of absorption you have. When the India-Pakistan cricket match is there, last ball, 2 runs, and those who are a cricket fan, the whole world is lost sight of. Full attention on that. Even during Mahabharata serial, they say that a lot of theft used to happen. Because people, Ramayana, Mahabharata time, people used to get so absorbed in that, thief will come, do his job and go away. Then afterward Ramayana will happen in the house. Mahabharata will happen in the house. You did not pay attention, etc. So samadhi is there. Absorption, state of absorption of the mind is there. But state of absorption in this particular appreciation, Aham Brahmasmi, that is called samadhi. So Nididhyasanam, there will be some distraction. And you withdraw the mind. Yato nischarati manaschanchalam asthiram. Tatastato niyamyeitad atmanyeva vasham nayet. In the 6th chapter, mind will go out, you bring it back. Mind will go out, you bring it back. And now what happens? Mind doesn't go out, it remains. It remains in this appreciation. And that is called samadhi. And this samadhi is described here. Aham Brahma eva asmi iti abhedena avasthanam. What type of Brahma I am? That is further explained. Aham atma sakshi. Who is that aham which is equated to Brahma? Aham atma. I am the self which is witness. Kevalaha. Kevalaha means pure or non-dual. Chinmatra swarupaha. Of the nature of consciousness alone. And na ajnanam. I am not ignorance, avidya. Na api tat karyam. I am not the effect of ignorance, adhyasa, or even any object of the world. Body, mind, sense complex is ajnana karyam. That I am not. So I am not ignorance, nor I am the product of ignorance, body, mind, sense complex, or any object in the world, or any adhyasta identity. I am not. Kintu, but who am I? Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Satya, Paramananda, Advaya, Brahma eva. This is a very popular expression, Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta. So that it comes along with. So Nitya means timeless, not limited by time. Shuddha, pure, free from physical impurity, mental impurity, and free from the impurity of ignorance. So the impurity relates to all 3 bodies, Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira. And Buddha means consciousness. Mukta means free, ever free. And Satya, unnegatable. Paramanandaha, the absolute happiness, absolute fullness. Advaya, non-dual. Brahma, the limitless reality. Eva, alone. Aham asmi, That reality alone I am. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. So, I am Brahman, and what type of Brahman, that is clarified. Otherwise, people may have some idea, Aham Brahma means I am Brahmaji. So, you are not Brahmaji, you are Brahma. So, Brahma eva. Iti, in this manner, abhedena avasthanam. Remaining without any sense of difference, remaining without separation, is called samadhi. Means what? There is only appreciation of I am Brahman, and there is no even awareness I am appreciating. This is called highest samadhi, called nirvikalpa samadhi. So there are two types of samadhi. One is called savikalpaka or savikalpa, where state of absorption is there, distraction is not there. Therefore it is samadhi. But still some awareness that I am meditating is there. Dhyata and dhyaya, that division is aware of, is not lost sight of. So that is called savikalpa samadhi. Nirvikalpa samadhi means when there is no sense of division that I am meditating on Brahman, I am Brahman. So that sense of division of dhyatru dhyaya is gone, and only this appreciation remains, I remain as Brahma, Brahma, Brahma. That state is called samadhi. And so we are praying, let this samadhi be there. Means what? Let there be mature state of nididhyasanam. So nididhyasanam alone matured becomes samadhi. So samadhi hi bhuyat. Alright. Now in the next slok, next paragraph, the prayer is made for removal of the obstacle in nirvikalpa samadhi, so that I can remain in samadhi without obstacle. Nirvikalpa samadhi pratibandhaka laya vikshepa kashaya rasa swadebhyah rakshitam me chittam. Avighnena brahmani avasthitam bhuyat. Yes. Nirvikalpa. It's okay. What is the main sentence? Brahmani avasthitam bhuyat. Chittam. Chittam avignena brahmani avasthitam bhuyat. Let chittam, the mind, avasthitam, let the mind be, bhuyat means let be, let the chittam, the mind be, avasthitam, abiding. In what? Brahmani, in Brahman. How? Avignena, without any obstacles. This is the main sentence. So, may also we can edit, may chittam avignena brahmani avasthitam bhuyat. Let my mind remain abiding in Brahma without any obstacle. Now, what are the obstacles from which mind is to be protected? That is presented here. Nirvikalpa samadhi pratibandhaka. Pratibandhaka means obstacles. Obstacles to samadhi, state of absorption, which is nirvikalpa, divisionless. So nirvikalpa samadhi means divisionless state of absorption. And tasya pratibandhaka, obstacles. So obstacles to the divisionless state of absorption. What are they? 4 obstacles are there. Laya. Laya means sleepiness. Sleep or sleepiness is called laya. स्वामी जी समाधि की क्या बात करते हैं? क्लास में भी नींद आती है. So in the class also, so that is laya. Sleep or sleepiness. Sometimes you when you are caught Are you sleeping? No, 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 not sleeping. So then you are sleepy, not sleeping. So sleep and sleepiness, that is called laya. When mind is not appreciating oneself to be Brahman and there is sleepiness. Chittasya layaha. Vastu anavalambanena chittasya layaha. That is layaha. Vikshepa means distraction. So with great difficulty you are keeping yourself awake. Then what happens? Mind goes somewhere else. Today what will be breakfast? So mind goes there. Today, yesterday I did not eat well. So today I am feeling so hungry. Yesterday only soup I had. So really it had to really so. So mind is going to food. Or today I have to meet somebody, etc. That is called vikshepa. Distraction of the mind from this object of meditation. Thinking about something else other than this Brahma Chintanam. And kashaya. Kashaya doesn't mean that kashaya, that Dashamula Arishta kashaya is there. So like that kashaya we are not talking. Kashaya generally we understand as a medicine, liquid medicine. But here kashaya means the state of stagnation. Means sleepiness is not there, mind is not going somewhere else, somehow stuck up. The stagnation, the getting stuck because of some unconscious. The unconscious suppressed emotion, the mind gets stuck. It doesn't go to Brahman, doesn't go to the object also. And doesn't feel sleepy also. That type of state of stagnation is called kashaya. Then rasaswadaha. Relishing the experiential happiness from meditation. This problem itself doesn't come in the beginning. To get this problem, you have to do lot of meditation. Like rich man problem comes when you become rich. Poor man should not think, oh, what will I do when I have so much riches, so much money, what will I do? I have this problem, many donors will, organization will come asking for donation. You need not think. Now you are struggling with 100 rupees, 500 rupees. You need not think about it. So rasaswada is what happens when a person becomes free from this obstacle, laya, vikshepa, kashaya, and he starts meditating. Aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi. Then it feels good. But after a long time, somehow you made it. And therefore what? That feeling will come. How nice it is, how nice it is, how nice it is. This is called rasaswada. But rasaswada will not come in the beginning. It will come after some state of absorption has happened. And that also is an obstacle. Why? Because you are in samadhi or nididhyasan, you are supposed to appreciate I am Ananda Swarupaha. Not I am the Bhokta of Ananda. Whereas in the Rasaswada, what you are doing? You are experiencing Ananda and you are highlighting your experiential status, Bhoktrutva status, which is contradictory to Akartru Abhoktu Brahma status. Therefore, that also is an obstacle. It's a good obstacle. If you get obstacle means you have done some progress. To get this obstacle, some progress is required. But still it is an obstacle. So, rasaswada means relishing the experiential happiness from meditation. That is an obstacle. So, rasaswadebhyaha rakshitam me chittam. My mind which is rakshitam, protected from pratibandhaka, the obstacles of nirvikalpa samadhi, such as laya, this sleepiness, vikshepa, distraction, kashaya, stagnation, rasaswada, relishing the experiential happiness. So my mind is protected from all of them and let it remain in Brahman. Let it remain as Brahman. So let my mind abide in Brahman. Means let my mind keep on entertaining this thought. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. That is called here Brahmani Avasthitam. Mind abiding in Brahman means mind absorbed in the thought, I am Brahman. Mind keeps repeating without any distraction, without any sense of division. That is called Brahmani Avasthitam Chittam. So let me have Nirvikalpa Samadhi without any distraction. Alright. Now, some other obstacles also are there, and they are to be removed at cognitive level. And by removal of those obstacles, one will have the intimate, obstacle-free appreciation of Brahma. That idea is given. Asambhavana viparita bhavana rahitatvena karatala malakavat aham brahmasmiti apratibaddha paroksha brahma sakshatkaro dradhibhuyat. So when these four sadhanas are done, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana and this Samadhi, which is included in Nididhyasana. So 3 or 4 sadhanas are done, then Brahma Sakshatkara happens. Brahma Sakshatkara means not a mystic experience. Brahma Sakshatkara means intimate appreciation, direct appreciation of Brahman as oneself. And that is presented. What is the result of this sadhana? So when person does Shravanadi sadhana, what happens? That is presented. So main sentence here is what? Apratibadha paroksha brahma sakshatkaraha dradhibhuyat. Let the sakshatkaraha, the intimate appreciation of Brahma, which is aparoksha, which is non-separate from me, immediate. And what type of Brahma Sakshatkara? Apratibadha, obstacle-free. So apratibadha has connection with Sakshatkara. It is not that Brahma is apratibadha. Brahma doesn't have any pratibandhaka. Apratibadha Sakshatkaraha. So how will we translate this expression? Obstacle-free, intimate appreciation of Brahma, which is not separate from myself. So let this sakshatkara dradhibhuyat, let it be very firm. And what is the nature of that apratibadha sakshatkara is further clarified. Aham brahmasmi iti. I am Brahman. In this manner, this knowledge of Brahman is there. Means Brahman is not understood as an object, but as very self. And what is the clarity? Karatala amalakavat. Amalaka means gooseberry. Chavanpras amla, that amla. What means like? Karatala means the palm. Like how the experience of the gooseberry on the palm is very clear, similarly, let this knowledge of Brahma become very clear. So don't think Brahman is like amla. Brahman is not amla. These people think, wow, now I understood. Out of all fruits, Brahman is only amla. Not that. Like how you have clarity in the experience of the gooseberry put on your palm, with that clarity you appreciate Brahman. That is called apratibadha aparoksha Brahma sakshatkara. And further this Brahma sakshatkara is qualified asambhavana viparita bhavana rahitatvena. Being free. Rahitatvena means being free. From what? Asambhavana. the sense of impossibility. Viparita bhavana means the opposite conclusion. So, after listening to Vedanta that you are Brahman, you are Nitya Buddha Mukta, for some time what is there? Asambhavana, the sense of impossibility. How can it be? You are all pervasive. How can it be? It cannot be. This is called asambhavana buddhi or asambhavana, the sense of impossibility. Most of the people after listening to Vedanta, that's what happens. How can I be? How can I be Nitya Mukta? How can I be all pervasive? Asambhavana. Or sometimes Viparita Bhavana. This Viparita Bhavana has got two ideas: opposite conclusions or the impressions of opposite conclusion. That still it remains, even though I listen to that I am consciousness, but still I am consciousness obtaining in this body alone. So this is Viparita Bhavana. I am located only in the body. Even though I am consciousness, that is called Viparita Bhavana. So now, Rahitatvena, being free from this sense of impossibility and these wrong conclusions, person has got clear understanding, Aham Brahmasmi. This is called Brahma Sakshatkara. So, Aham Brahmasmi iti, I am Brahma. In this manner, Apratibadda Brahma Sakshatkara bhuyat. Let there be clear, intimate appreciation, obstacle-free appreciation of myself being Brahman. So here the sadhana phalam, when you do sadhana, this is what the result is. Further, this, when you do sadhana, what will be the purpose served, the benefits arrived, that is being talked about. Vasana kshayamano nasha tattva gnana abhyasa vashat. Gnana raksha tapassiddhi sarvasabatvam dukkha nivrittihi sukhavirbhavaha. Ityetat pancha prayojana siddhir bhuyat. Yes. So here he says, Pancha Prayojana Siddhir Bhuya. That is the main sentence. Every time you catch hold of the main one. Choti se pakadna. So, so choti means this top. Let there be Bhuyat, let there be Pancha Prayojana Siddhihi. Accomplishment of fivefold purpose, fivefold benefit. What are they? Jnana Raksha, the protection of knowledge. Means knowledge does not go away, knowledge remains. Otherwise, they say that one person who was not succeeding in remembering, he told in Hindi, ये history or geography है बड़ी बेवफा, दिन को पढ़े ना रात को पढ़े और दिन को सफा. Those who know Hindi, they will understand. He said, the history, geography are not very loyal to me. I study throughout the night, but morning when I go for example, everything is wiped out. So similarly, the Gnana Raksha doesn't happen. So by sadhana, what will happen? Gnana Raksha, the protection, abidance, abiding knowledge will happen. Tapas Siddhihi. The Siddhi means the fulfillment of tapas. Various tapas person has done, remaining in Gurukula is also tapas. Those who are remaining, you can ask what type of tapas it is. So tapas siddhihi, the fulfillment of, culmination of tapas, all sadhanas you have done. Sarva samatvam, the even-mindedness to all. The sameness of the mind with reference to everything. Somebody says you are wonderful, then also there is no elation. And somebody says you are hopeless, horrible, then also there is no depression. So, Sarva Samatvam, we give the example of Bhagavan Ramachandra. He was told, tomorrow you are going to become the king. His smile remained the same. Oh, Ray, great, no, nothing. And after a few hours, it was told that you are going to the forest. You will not become the king. He will not become the king. His smile remained the same. That is called Sarva Samatvam. All right. Then, Dukkha Nivrittihi, removal of the freedom from dukkha. Sukhavir bhavaha, manifestation of happiness. Happiness born of sense of fulfillment. And Sukhavir bhava doesn't mean that the wise person will be all the time laughing only. It's a madness. If somebody, imagine, somebody is laughing all the time, what will be your conclusion? Some problem. What is called Chennai, what is that area? Chepak? Huh? Kirpaka. Chepak is a cricket stadium. Okay. So Chepak we used to hear, yeah. So, Kilpak, no? Huh? Well, okay, Kilpak, okay, whatever, Kilpak. So, we'll consider like that is a case for that. Or in North India, they call Agra. In Agra, there is a hospital, I think. So, there is a Agra ka case. Hai. So, all right. So, Sukhavir Bhavaha means there is sense of fulfillment. And Sukhavir Bhavaha iti etat. In this manner, etat pancha prayojana siddhihi. The fulfillment or sorry, accomplishment of these fivefold benefits bhuyat. Let there be. And how will it happen? By sadhana. Vasana kshaya. Reduction of obstructive tendencies. Manonashaha. Negation of the mind. And tattvajnana bhyasa. Repetition of the appreciation of reality. This is a very controversial topic. I was little bit thinking whether to include or not to include. The topic is controversial because Vasana Kshaya Manonasha Tattvajnana, whether it is required or not required and what is the place, so much controversy is there. We are not entering into that. It's a lunchtime. So, so just we need to know this much, that if a person did not have sufficient sadhana chatushtaya sampatti and still he started Shravana Manana, backdoor entry, then he has to work little hard. Later on, when he comes to Nididhyasana state, that is called Vasana Kshayaha. Because he did not take care of before coming to this Shravanadi. Therefore, later on he has to handle this issue of Ragadveshas. And that is called here Vasana Kshaya. Manonasha, there is the one conventional meaning is the mind should be free from thoughts. That is a tradition, the conventional meaning. But here in our Vedanta context, we take it as Manonasha means negation of the mind. Mind remains, but mind is not remaining as a reality. Mind is no more a problem to be solved. That is called Manonasha. And Tattvajnana Abhyasa. So keep repeating the appreciation. Tattvajnana Abhyasa can be in the form of Shravana Abhyasa, Manana Abhyasa, Nididhyasana Abhyasa. All will be called Tattvajnana Abhyasa. So by these threefold sadhanas, this fivefold purpose benefit would be accomplished. And there is a prayer for that. Let there be accomplishment of this fivefold purpose. We'll go to the next one. Purva paraparamarshamantarena Sahasa utpadyamanasya क्रोधादिवृत्तिविशेषस्य हेतोः चित्तसंस्कारस्य विवेकजन्यायां क्षान्त्यादिवासनायां दृढायां सत्यां विनाशात् क्रोधाद्यनुत्पत्तिः सम्यक् भूयात्. Yes. So I hope you won't mind if we take 4-5 minutes more. So the main sentence is Krodhadyanutpattihi samyak bhuyat. This is the main sentence. Krodhadi anutpattihi. Anutpattihi means non-rise. Utpatti means rise. And anutpatti means non-rise of anger, etc. We can say cessation of anger, etc. Anger means reaction, representative of reaction. So, samyak bhuyat. Let there be cessation of anger, etc. Very well. So, let there not be reaction. Let there be cessation of reaction. And how reactions will be removed? For that it is said, Chitta samskarasya vinashat. Chitta samskara, which is otherwise called vasana. So, chitta samskara means the impressions in the mind. Vinashat, by the destruction or reduction of the tendencies in the mind. So, we are discussing what? We are discussing the topic of vasana kshaya. What we discussed in the previous one, Vasana Kshaya, this Manonasha and Tattvajnana Abhyasa. Out of these three, we are discussing Vasana Kshaya. And what is the idea conveyed is, if there is a Vasana Kshaya, reduction of the obstructive tendencies, then reactions will not be there. Then your meditation will be proper and then you get dhyana nishtha. That is the idea. So, krodhadi anutpattihi samyak bhuyat. How? Vinashat, by the destruction of chitta samskara. Chitta samskara, which is hetoho, which is the cause. Cause for what? Krodhadi vritti visheshasya. For particular state of the mind, such as anger, etc. So, cessation of anger, etc. by removing the vasana, etc., by removing the vasana, which is the cause for reaction. So, removal of or non-rise of reaction by removing the cause of reaction. That is the idea. And what is the cause of reaction? Vasana, samskara. So, removing the reaction by removing the cause of reaction, which is vasana, samskara. So, krodhadi vritti visheshasya hetoho chitta samskarasya vinashat. That is how the connection is. Alright. And what is this krodhadi vritti vishesha, whose cause is vasana? Sahasa utpadya manasya. Anger, etc., reaction which is utpadya mana, born. Sahasa, all of a sudden. So, vasana is the cause for anger, etc., which is born all of a sudden. And all of a sudden means what? Further, purva apara paramarsham antarena. Antarena means without. Without the paramarsha, deliberation, of what? Purva, the past. Apara means future. So the anger, etc., which is born without any thought, consideration of the past and future. Means what? Somebody, elderly person, did something which I don't like. And I get angry with the person. Without thinking what all this person has done to me. This elderly person is asking me question 3-4 times. So I get angry, so angry. Forgetting, not remembering that what all he has done, whatever I am is because of him. So that this gratitude is gone. What all person has done is gone. See, sometimes the elderly people, they forget, so they ask the same question again and again. So 3-4 times they ask. But when we were small, we might have asked 100 times, really 100 times. Still they answered. Maybe in satsang I will tell you this story. So we forget the past. This is called Purva Paramarsham Antarena. Without the consideration of the past, without the deliberation about the past. And also sometimes without the Antarena, without deliberation of future. Sometimes you get angry with a hefty fellow. You forget that you are going to get very nice treatment from him. Forget that. You get angry and then you had it. So that is called what? Apara Paramarsham Antarena. Or you get angry with the boss. And boss, you don't know, that boss will say, okay, Tata. Our company's name is Tata. At least for that, Tata. Apara Paramarsha Mantarena. So without the deliberation of future consequence, person gets angry. For that, the anger which happens all of a sudden, for that causes what? Samskara, this vasana. And that vasana is destroyed. And when vasana is destroyed, then the cause for the reaction is destroyed. And therefore what? Krodadi anutpattihi syat. So let there be cessation of anger, etc. by removing the cause for anger, etc., the reaction, which is samskara. And how will we do it? Viveka janyayam kshantyadi vasanayam dradayam satyam. How the destruction of vasana happens? When kshantyadi vasana. This also is vasana. Kantakena kantakam. So vasana, these tendencies which are kshantyadi. Kshantyadi means accommodation. Adi means ahimsa. Love, compassion. So dradayam satyam. When these type of disposition have become strong, dradayam satya means have become strong. When the tendencies or dispositions in the form of accommodation, etc., have become strong. And how this kshantyadi vasana will be born? Viveka janyayam. These right tendencies are born, janyayam, born of viveka, discrimination, right thinking. So when by right thinking the right tendencies are born, then the wrong tendencies are destroyed. This is a very important thing. When the wrong habits are bothering you, one way of handling is create right habits. Make the right habits so strong that wrong habits are dropped. So, kshantyadi vasanayam dradhayam satyam samskarasya vinashat krodadi anutpattihi samyak bhuyat. So, let there be cessation of anger, etc. by the destruction of wrong vasanas, by creating the strong right vasanas, so that the very cause for reaction is gone, so reaction will be gone. So may I be free from reaction by removing the cause for reaction vasanas. More we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya अस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः.